Hello guys, Molly Gospel here. Today we are back with How to Build Remaster, and today we are continuing how to build Dark Riddle. So this is part 3. So in this part we're going to finish the final floor of the house. So in part 1 we finished floor 1, part 2 we finished floor 2, and now we're going to finish floor 3. Then we are going to have a part 4. Part 4 we're going to do like the yard, and in the final game I think there's like another building back here and like a garage over there. So part 4 is going to be like maybe the big one. Yeah, let's just get started with this one. So just like before, we're going to need smooth quartz block and red concrete. And on both sides here, so on this side and that side, we're going to go up like one like this with red concrete along. And then the second row you go up but ignore the sides like this. It then should look something like that, and then we're gonna do it again but go in one more like this, and then another, and then right here one more, and this will be the smooth quartz where the ceiling will go in this third floor. And then we're gonna do it again like this, but instead we're gonna go out 2 like this now, so it should look something like this, then 2 more, and then just 1 like that. It looks weird right now, but in the end, it will look good. So now we're going to do that on the other side, and I'll cut to when we're done. So this is what it should look like right now. And now, before we get started with it, we're going to do some complicated stuff. So now we're going to get spruce stairs and spruce slabs, and right over here, we're going to go around this entire area. So it should look something like this, and then end it at the corner there. And then we're going to do the same on the other side, go around this, and then we end it at this corner, like that. And then right here we're going to put slabs along this entire spot, and I'll cut to when we're done. And this is what it should look like. So now you can go under, and it's pretty nice here. And yeah, this is basically the entire front yard, I guess, or front porch done. And now this is going to be pretty complicated, but we're going to have to do a pattern along here. So let's get started with it. So we're going to need spruce stairs again and spruce slabs, but now we need spruce planks. So to start it off, we're going to go place a stair right here, and then go up like that, and keep going up. And once we get to the rows where there's 2, place in a slab, and then a stair, and do that every time. And then at the top, place a slab, and then we repeat the pattern going all the way back down, so it should look something like this. And it looks kind of weird, but what we do now is we go 1 out for each one like this, so it's like sticking out by just 1. And in the end, it's gonna take a bit, but it should look something like this. So yeah, this is what it should look like, and that still looks weird kind of, but what we do is we put a plank here, and then we put in upside down stairs right here, and when we get to the 2 we put a stair, then a slab, stair, slab, stair, slab, and then we do the same thing going back down this way. And in the end, this is what we should see. So that's the final side of the building, like that's how it should look in the end. And then basically we're gonna bring this all the way over to this side, and for this part right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around it like this. Then we can do it on this side as well. So this is what it should look like. We have it on that side and that side, and it goes around here, and as you can see, it's gonna go around, and we're not going to go like this or anything like that. Instead, it's just going to go past it and all the way around like this. And with this part, we just place in some slabs, and in the end, this part of the roof should look something like this. So that's that part. And now this is gonna take a while, so I'm gonna just cut to when we're done. We have to copy all of this and go all the way across on every part. And yeah, I'm just gonna cut to when we're done. So this is what it should look like. As you can see, we put in the entire roof. That took forever, but I finally finished. And now let's go up there. Okay, so now we're up here. Let's start by putting in the wall. So from the stairs, we're gonna go to the left 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where our wall is gonna start. And now we're gonna go out that way 8, including this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna go right here. So where this one lines up with the quartz, we're gonna start here and go out 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're gonna bring them together. I'm gonna give myself night vision. Okay, so I just gave myself night vision so we can see. But this is what you should have right now. As you can see, the concrete line here lines up with this one right here, and this one lines up with this one right here. So that's how it's supposed to be. And then we're gonna go directly in the middle, so right here, and then we're gonna break out that block and then break out the 2 on the sides. So it should look something like this. And I just realized we messed up on one thing, but we'll get to it in a second. So right here we're gonna go out 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're gonna make the end, and it'll look something like this. And then right here we're gonna break out 2 or 3, I mean, and then directly across we're gonna do the same thing. We actually have to break out this part right here. So we're gonna go out 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're actually going to need the quartz again, put it at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I did make that mistake. We are not supposed to have the stairs here. And then go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. And then we bring it around to here like that. And then go in 1, 2, 3. And break this one and break this row as well. And then go in here as well. And then we're gonna fill up this part with the red concrete. So this should be the layout right now. And then right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the stairs and then move them around like this. Then we're gonna fill in this part with more oak planks, and then finally put slabs above it like this. And this is what it should look like in the end. And also we're gonna need more glass. And then right here got 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna have a window right here. And then we're gonna actually have to do the same thing on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. So this is gonna take a while again, but we're gonna have to do all of that again on this side. And now we're gonna go on this side and go in 4, and it should look something like this. And then directly across from this window, so right here, basically directly across from this doorway here, we're gonna put in another window. So it should look something like this, and that's how the back looks. Then if you go to the front, this is how the front looks. And now we're gonna have to do the same thing again. So go around here, place in the oak planks in this part, and put the slabs on top. So that's how the back should look now, and we're gonna break in through the window, and now we can start more of the inside. And for the last room, which is this back area, we're gonna go to this wall and this wall and basically bring them out. So right here we're gonna put in another wall, and then right here we're gonna put in another wall. So it should look something like this in the end. We're gonna bring them up to the top. We're gonna skip to when we finally do it. Also, for these big doors, basically we're just gonna fill them at the top here. So 3 by 3 basically. So this is what it should look like in the end. And now, wait, I forgot this wall right here. So this is what it should look like in the end. And now we're gonna use oak planks and fill in this top row right here. Okay, and this is what it should look like, and I'm gonna remove my night vision now. Okay, so I cleared the night vision, and there actually is 2 windows we forgot. So right here, there's gonna be a window directly across from this door, so it should look something like this. So, one more thing before we get started with this floor. Before, I did mention that there's this area, like if you go into this room right here, as you can see there's nothing. Well, we're gonna make it a pantry. I said we would do that in the last episode, and now we're finally gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of this painting. You don't have to make this if you don't want to. If you're not gonna make this, skip. But I'm gonna break right here and place in a door like that, so now we can enter the pantry. So I'm gonna start by giving myself some light, so /give, then your name, then light, and now we have some light, and I like putting them in the corners and in the direct middle, so it sounds like this. Now this is probably the easiest room we can make, but I'm gonna make a shelf, so it's gonna look something like this, and then put a box, and that's it. So this is all for this room, and now let's finally go back up and start working on this room. So we're going to start off by making sure you can't just go right here and fall down the stairs. So what we do, we're going to go right here with birch fence and bring it out to here and then out to this wall. And what I like doing is on this corner, go up 3 like this, and on this corner, go up 3 as well. So it should look something like this. Now for the decorations, let's start by making this room brighter. So let's put it in this corner and this corner and that corner, and the direct middle is taken actually. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put it on the sides of the room like this. So for our first decoration, actually let's get rid of this window right here, because our first decoration we're gonna put in the fireplace. So we have to recreate this down here, so I'm just gonna get all the stuff. So we need bricks, netherrack, fire charge, and flower pots, and you could use any 2 flowers. I like using cornflower and torch flower for this one. And basically we're just gonna go up like this and replace this one with netherrack. Now on the sides we're gonna place bricks, then go up another, put one in the middle, and then finally go up like that. And then put in your fire charge, put flower pots on the side, and then put your 2 flowers like that, and that's the fireplace done. And you know what, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna put it in the middle, because the fireplace is taking out the window on the left anyway. So I'm gonna make it look like that, and I'm gonna do the same on the other. You don't have to do this if you don't want, but I'm gonna make it so it's just one window in the middle. I'll get rid of this window, and I'll get rid of this window. So this is how it should look on the inside probably. So now let's make this room even nicer. So I'm going to start by getting blue carpet and putting it right in front of this. And now I'm going to put brown sugar boxes and make something like this. I think that looks good. And maybe I could do something like another one right next to it here. I think that looks good. And then I'll put another right there. And then we could put some more around here. I'll put one of these things here again, and then one right there, and I think that's good for boxes. So now let's make a shelf. So we're gonna go right here and put in a shelf, and it will look, actually no, let's go out one more. So 1 2 3 4 5, and then we're gonna make it so it kind of goes in the middle of the doorway. You don't have to do this if you don't want, but I think it will look nice. So yeah, this is how it's gonna look. And now let's put in some paintings. So we're gonna start off by putting one in this corner. I think that can look good. And then our next one, let's put in this corner. So something like that. We'll put one here, something like that. And then one more, let's put right here and make it different than all the other ones. So that's good. And that's this room completely done. Now let's move on to this hallway area. So we're gonna start off by putting the lights in the corner like this. And now we're gonna go in the direct middle. So right here. And this is just gonna be another one of those like hallways with like shelves, tables, things like that. So let's get started. So I'm gonna use magenta and green carpet for this room. So we're gonna go out 3 from the door. 1 2 3. Place in magenta carpet like this. And then across this door, we're going to place in green carpet. So that's the carpet in this room. And now on this side of the magenta carpet, we're going to place in a table like this. And on this side, we're going to place in a shelf. So it should look something like this. And right over here, we're going to do a similar thing. We're going to put in a shelf like this. Yeah, this is basically what it looks like. And there we go. That's that shelf placed in right there. And finally, let's place in some paintings. But first, let's decorate the table. So we're going to put a flower pot. I'll put this flower in it. And then put the pressure plate next to it. Now let's put in the paintings. So we're only going to have like one painting in this room. And it's going to go right here. So that's like the one painting in this room. And that's this room completely done as well. And let's move on to... Let's do this room right here. So let's start with the lights. We're going to put them in each corner like this. And then we're going to put it in the direct middle. So that goes right here. And it should look something like this. Yeah, that looks good. So this room is going to be an indoor movie theater. So this room again is just nothing. This room again is just nothing. This room again is just nothing, pretty much. Like, there's nothing really interesting about these rooms. It's more just shelves and stuff. But we're going to make these rooms unique. So this one, we're going to make a movie theater. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the big screen, which is easy. We just need to have a painting. So that will work. And then from the end here, we're going to go out one. And then make a seat that will fit, like, it goes from the edge of the screen. Then our next seat will be in front of this door. As you can see, there's a 3-spot gap with the door. And then maybe you can add one in the middle. I don't think that works though. So this is the movie theater seats. And then we're gonna add a shelf right here. So it should look something like this pretty much. Then we put the slabs in. And there we go. And we can add some stuff back here maybe, or over here. You know what, we're gonna put a table right here. So like this, there we go. And then this back wall is gonna be empty. I don't think we're gonna add paintings because we have the big screen right there. But let's decorate the table and we'll be done with the room. So we're gonna start with the flower pot here, and the flower, I'm gonna use that one. And then the heavyweight pressure plate. And that's it for this room. Not much to it, so you're more focused on watching a movie than looking at the room itself. Now we're gonna go on to this room, which I'm thinking is gonna be another kitchen, but this one is for the food to bring over to the movie theater when watching. So we're gonna start off with the corners like before, so something like this, and then we go on the middle spot right here and like that, and there we go. That's the lights down. Now let's make the kitchen area itself. So let's start off with the fridge. So we're gonna need 2 blocks of white terracotta like that. Place the iron door like that. Put a cauldron next to it, water bucket, and tripwire sink. That's like the sink. And then we're gonna put a table next to it, so something like this. And now for the microwave, put an iron block there, item frame, glass pane, and stone button. So it should look something like this. And now the most complicated part. So we're gonna start by playing 2 like fireplaces right here. Then we're gonna get birch trap doors, place them like that, and flip them up. Now we're gonna place any block. So I'm gonna use iron trap door, put in rails, then minecart with hoppers, break these, and they will drop in. I probably hit the microphone, but anyways, what we do now, we place these so there's something like this, and then place in pistons, and then blocks of redstone, and there we go. And now we place in stone brick stairs like this, and that's how it should look. We removed the light in that corner, but whatever. And now we're gonna make a table so you can basically like test the food. So we're gonna go in this corner and then go out 2, 1, 2, and go up 2, 1, 2. Place the fence, go out 2, 1, 2, right there. Go out 2, 1, 2, right there, 1, 2, right there. Then we're gonna get barriers, and to get that you just do the light command, but instead of light you write barrier, and then fill in the spots in between with the barrier. Now put it in white carpet on top, and we're making another table basically. And then spruce stairs around it as like the seats to test it. And if it's good enough, you bring it to the movie theater and you can watch a movie. And now for the painting. So our first one's gonna go right here. Second one's gonna go right here. I'm gonna make it different though. There we go. Third one is gonna go right here, like that. And fourth one is gonna go directly across. So that's all the paintings in this room, and that's the kitchen completely done. And this is our last room, so let's get started. And we're gonna start off by putting it in the corners, like this. Can put it in the middle, but since I did it in this middle, put it on the sides, we're gonna do the same in here. So put it all on the sides and not the middle this time. And this room again is basically just another one of these type of rooms, or these type of rooms. So now we're just gonna get some shelves and tables, and we're gonna put our first shelf right over here, and that looks good. And we're gonna put a table right over here for this one, and right over here I'll put a table, and on this side I'll put in a shelf. So right now I have at least like this. You can do it however you want. I'm gonna put some carpet and paintings down and decorate the tables. So now we're gonna put in the carpet. So we're gonna go out 3 right here, 2, 1, 2, up 2, 1, 2, and this is gonna be our first carpet, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side with the other color. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we're gonna put in the carpet, and it's going to look something like this. And now we're gonna decorate the table. So I'm gonna use poppy for this one, and then for this one I'm gonna use dandelion, and then that's how it looks. And let's put in some paintings now. So for our first painting, we're gonna put it in this corner, and then our second one is going to go in that corner. Third one we'll put right here, and fourth one we'll put right here, and make sure it's not one we already got yet. And yeah, that's good. And that's basically this entire room completely done. And I'm gonna make one more custom room. If you don't want to make this, then skip ahead, but if you do want to make this, then let's do it. So now we're gonna start making the attic. So we're gonna need barriers again, ladder, and oak trapdoor. So we're gonna go directly in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place a barrier there and bring it all the way up. And then I like doing it on the window side, but place in ladders like this. Break this block, put in a ladder. Now we can climb up, and this will be the attic. And right here, place a trapdoor facing the other way, so it opens up like this. So now let's make the roof of this, or like the ceiling, I guess, a lot nicer. So we're gonna need spruce stairs and spruce slab again, and basically we're gonna place it so the stairs are like this all the way, and then we're gonna place trapdoor, and we're gonna keep going to make this look nicer. I'm gonna do this to go faster, and I'll cut to when we're done. And if you don't get what I mean, you can see what the final product looks like and just look at it to basically do this. So this is one side. This is basically what we're doing, as you can see. And we're also gonna need spruce planks and just fill in this top part right here. Now let's do this other side. So this is how it should look in the end, and now let's put in some light. So the light goes at that corner and that corner, and then the direct middle of the house, which I think is right here. Let me see if I'm correct. Yes, that's correct. This is the exact middle, so wherever the middle is, we're just gonna place in a light as well. And this room's very simple. All we're gonna do is place in some boxes like this. Just put around boxes. It's kind of annoying to do, but yeah, we're just placing in boxes, and yeah, we're going like to, this is where you put storage normally, even though you put boxes in many other areas. And we'll do something like that, and I think this looks good. And is there anything else? I'll do something like that, and I think this is good. Yeah, this is good. So one more thing in the attic, we're not just putting in boxes. This is just to make it look a little bit better. It doesn't change much though. So we're gonna go up right here, and then we're gonna put in more bricks, and then we're gonna break this and then put a brick there. This is just a very small detail. You don't even have to add it because it's not very noticeable. But it's a very small detail to let you know that the fireplace is still going up through there. And one more thing that actually involves it, and then we're going to end the video. And the last thing we're working on today, and it will end off this entire house here, we're putting in the chimney. So basically, we got to find where the fireplace goes. So, not the box, the fireplace. So, as you can see, it goes up here, and then it'll keep going up, and it should be right here. So, if we dig down a bit. Okay, I was off by one, but yeah, like right there. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna break the blocks around it, so it should look something like this, and keep extending it up. And then once we get to this level of like the slab, so that should be right here, and it'll look something like this. And we could actually bring that up, and then we're gonna go up about 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna go up like that on every single side for the chimney and in the middle as well. And we're actually gonna replace this top one with campfires, and the reason for that you'll see in a second. So it should be all campfires like this, and then we're gonna put bricks on the side like this so you can't see them. And then we're gonna go up one more with bricks like this, so it should look like this. And then finally, above the campfires, we're gonna put in black concrete. So in the end, it should look like that. And that's the chimney. That's what it should be looking like. And I think it looks pretty cool. And that's it for the entire house. So this is where we would end normally, but there is actually something back behind me, like another building in the game that was added a while ago, probably part of the house. And then there's a garage over there that was added to the house a while ago, probably. Yeah, I want to make those, so that will be in the final part. You don't even have to watch the final part because we're already completed the house. We've completed this entire house and we're done with it. You can add like tables in here, things like that if you want to. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I decided to make it nicer. I put a shelf and another table and a page like that, and I just put like another table right here, and I put another table right here, and yeah, I think it's pretty good. And you know what, I'm gonna actually put a painting right here as well. Okay, so this is actually the end of the video now. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, ring the bell to be notified when another video comes out, and leave a like if you liked the video. You obviously don't have to do all of this if you don't want to, but if you want to, you can. Trying to get to 1.1k eventually. Part 4 coming soon, and you don't even have to follow if you don't want to. But yeah, that's all. Bye.